The ceremony will begin. Gather, O ye faithful, joyful, and triumphant. Just give me a second. Don't switch off now. Greetings. Don't need this anymore. Greetings, Saroth the Mage, streaming. Hey Modwiz baby, how's it going? I walk. How's it going? File in my children. Seven Serpents, yeah baby. I walk. Modwiz already in the house. 4 people watching, 1 like already. You haven't heard what I've got to say yet. Grey Wolf. Wow, I can almost see without my glasses. You must admit I'm far more handsome without them. Hey babies. Wow, what's going on with the electrical failures, the broken equipment, the lost e-cigarettes? Is Mercury even still in retrograde? I haven't bothered to check. Hey Nine, welcome. How's it sounding? Can you hear the gong? A call to prayer, my brethren. To be honest, I haven't got much prepared. I've got pages and pages of notes, but no real definable idea for tonight. I just wanted to kind of carry on some of the themes that I picked up on the last stream, which was really accidentally excellent. I think we got into some really interesting things. Okay, that's 7 people in our room. That's pretty good. So, as usual, it will be a mishmash tonight, but one thing I'd like to say is, can we all just have a beer and talk nice to each other? Because there's been so much, Modwiz, you mentioned it last night, and I'm sorry I missed the stream, and I watched it back this morning, and I thought, yeah, loose lips, and I who sits on the lotus flower, invoking Harpur Krat Sis. Yeah, when to speak and when to keep silent. I may have offended you, Modwiz, and I didn't mean to say that. I meant to say I may have offended some members of the community. But let's be frank. The Archons under a rock thing, what I was talking about was very much in the context of my own personal magic and how I'd found certain theories and speculations to be what I called that night a mind trap, and I think that's quite a good name for it. It's things that inhibit growth or cause fear in the operator of magic. And I've just remembered, I'm all over the shop tonight, everybody is. Is Mercury in retrograde? Somebody tell me something from chat. Yeah, absolutely, Modwiz. I was going to say, we've got so many things in common. You know, when I hear you talk about music, it's like you're talking about magic. the vibrations, the fine tuning, and you're a beautiful, beautiful man, and you've given this channel so much support, and I would hate to fall out with you. I knew it. I mean, how can you explain Chanter's stream going down 3 times this afternoon, if not for psychic attacks by Laura Eisenhower and Patty, I was going to say Patty Hearst. So am I. I'm in a constant state of technical flux. I've got me crystal, which, fixes everything. My Bluetooth speaker today decided to finally give up the ghost. It only gets half a Bluetooth signal, and then so I'm not here to talk about technical problems. We all know they happen. I'm waiting for my new laptop so I can plug in my beautiful new mic. It's kind of a repeat, isn't it? I've said all this before. But yeah, a beer to the community. And we are a community, even if we're a quarrelsome and troublesome bunch sometimes. It's just like if you put so much life experience and so many bright people in a room, we're not always going to agree about everything, are we? But I think we can agree about the basics. I actually got a new, excuse, it's going to be very loose tonight. I'm probably going to lose everyone. But yeah, I felt the blood moon. I've been struggling to get back into since I re-embarked on the magic. It's been very hard to focus back on work and stuff. So when I'm there, I'm only half there because I'm thinking the magic and the plant teacher, the lesser sacrament, seem to have that I've got this very intense internal dialogue, and it's just chattering and chattering all the time. It never stops. Pages and pages of notes and ideas there and ideas there. And it's the air sign, and like I said before, this card, the Knight of Swords. Oh, Oswald, yes, you've made it at last, buddy. I'm glad you're here. So tonight I'll be very open to any questions from chat, all that, because I don't know. Oh, even Mrs. See, I can't talk either. It's the beer, Mrs. Seven Serpents, and Oswald Spengler. So it's all good. We've got 8 people live. That is 800. I've only got 100 subscribers yet. My last video got 100 and watches. So it's all going very, very well. And I think there's been so much, I wouldn't say it was bad feeling, but there has been a little bit of angstiness in the community. And whoa! Some odd in the house. That's all I'm saying. So, Prince of Swords. This, for me, exemplifies the air grade, and me in particular, because I'm an air sign, left-handed air sign, extremely holistic right brain. I can't do numbers, I can't do small details, I can only see large systems, holistic systems. In this card, if you read it, Knight of Swords, I'm not going to read the description of the book, but it's like you're at a state where all arguments seem equally viable, because you know that none of them in the end make any more sense than the other one. It's quite a tricky state of consciousness, and that's why I drifted off on this. I literally drifted off like air, because that is what I'm invoking. With the Golden Dawn, which I have to say, after let's do an origin story here for all the millions of new subscribers and new viewers that wonder what this freak show is actually all about. Absolutely it does, Oswald. Yes, this is part of, I can't enlarge it. Oh, it's again, whoa, I've gone huge. Oh, how do I put it back? Oh, that's better. Whoa, 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 whoa. Those bad British teeth of mine. Yeah, I wanted a bit over that. I haven't even done my set. You can see my. Oh, it's disgusting. This is getting deleted. I don't have Rh negative blood as far as I know, but it is definitely, when you're closer, it's louder, closer being better. I mean, I wouldn't imagine seeing a close up of this mug. Oh God, I've even got on the wrong glasses. These are not even the Saroff Mage glasses, they're my other ones. Wayne's World. Yeah, it's going to be loose tonight. Have you cracked open a beer, Frater? I hope so. Right, tell you what. Here's my notes, and this is what I've been going over in the last couple of days. Oh, yeah, let's return briefly, though, to the Blood Moon. And it was. I found myself getting, how would I describe it? Tired, stressed, and iWalk was actually around that night. We were almost thinking of streaming, weren't we, Alex? iWalk. I don't know if anybody's using their real names here. And we just ended up getting drunk. I think we had a bit of a jam. Not that drunkenness is accepted or tolerated in Saroth's house. So where we left off last week was kind of, was it last stream, was New Age fuzziness versus the sort of new, what I sense as a new magical current, which is honest and defining its terms, and yeah. Oh, and by the way, iWalk, his new song out is fabulous as ever. The storm, yeah, there was a crazy. So we had the blood moon, we had an eclipse, we had a fantastic heat wave, and then a thunder and lightning storm, and air and fire. That's a dangerous combination, and there is a tendency to kind of shout people out sometimes, but why really? We are all in it for the same reasons. Yeah, he's the musician that was playing with this very amplifier just the other night. Yeah, there is a, yeah. Well, I when I watched the person who will remain, I felt really sad, and then I just thought, oh God, something. And then even in CW's chat today, there was something. Don't know. It didn't have the normal joyful vibe to it that it normally has. So we are at. Europe is on fire anyway. Is that like metaphorically on fire or literally on fire? Because I think Scotland is technically Europe, but so what I've been doing lately is more Theoricus work every day. Yesterday was invoking and banishing the moon. Hey Nine, have I said hello to you already? Invoking and banishing the moon as part of the Theoricus, and I have to stress again that Theoricus is not a lofty grade, it's only the second elemental grade after Neophyte. Hey Nine, how's it going, baby? Both, now that you mention it. Well, yeah, Europe's on fire, America seems to be on fire. There's a lot of division and craziness going on. I am going to do an acoustic version. Go to your room. Excellent. Music is something that we all can agree on. That beautiful, it's the most successful stream I've ever done, and that was iWalk just playing his guitar, and he is going from strength to strength. That boy really is. I don't mean to call you a boy, it's just You're very young, I walk, compared to old ancient Saroth, and you're just so talented, and I love you. Tonight is all about love. Music medicine, I'm just looking at that. So I'll have a look. Now that I've got 10 people in, it would be awesome, and it's such a shame that we can't actually jam. I mean, I'm sure the technology in 5 years will exist that we can actually all just play our instruments in our own rooms and make some kind of fantastic orchestral pieces. And you know what I was upset about today? It was like that the musicality of the group mind had been interrupted in some way. The suns did seem to shift in some way, but isn't that inevitable? You know, new people coming in. It's a natural in magic. Again, it's the lightning struck tower. It's the constant building up, and then outside forces zap you back down. But it's all an initiation. It's a rolling initiation. Ho! A rolling initiation. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Look a bit like William Burroughs in these glasses tonight. Oh, there was a man. So I kind of like to just sometimes read out the notes I've made, because I make them, like I say, I only do like one line at a time to remind me of one idea. So Plato, God can do no evil. Alexandria, yeah, I think YouTube is the new Alexandria, you know, where all the different cultures and pagan ideas and the melting pot. I am not a snowflake. I'm not talking about any liberal postmodernist nonsense. I'm talking about real exchange of ideas and right action, you know. You're not a community until you're effective in helping your brother up, you know. So yeah, let's help our brothers up. Sunday the 29th of July, it was waning, so that was past the red moon. Oh yeah, I meant to ask, just this is channel stuff, this is the worst live stream ever, but is anyone having to like constantly resubscribe? Because I know you mentioned this, Alex, and I do see the same people, like I'll lose a subscriber and somebody says, hey Calendo, gratiation, ingratiation. What does gratiation mean, Calendo? Yeah, so this is one of the big things, and didn't you guys do a stream about it? Objective versus subjective. What is objective? Are our own imagined cosmologies subjective? Absolutely. Today, I said in CW Chanter's chat that I don't really have any beliefs. I only have experiences. And that was a little bit hyperbolic, but it was kind of true. The whole point of chaos magic is that belief is an absolute tool, and it is a difficult path to walk because it is quite difficult to be non-attached to a system that you're working to. But I have no more attachment to the, yeah. There's definitely, I think that they promote the liars and suppress. Gratiation is like positive energy gained from the exchange of, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's the, well, I keep calling it the melting pot, but it's when the fringes are always where the liminal spaces are always where the good ideas happen. Oh my God! Thank you, Frater. there. Yeah, the mythos. There are many mythos, and I would really hate for the planetary tantra mythos to compete with the magical mythos, because, guys, you know, Kabbalah is not full of rabbi holes, and the tarot is a storehouse of knowledge that could take 2,000 years to study and understand. And these are just guides and aids to the psychological process of individuation, the spiritual, mytho-spiritual experience of initiation. So Kalendal is a great thinker, and I fully intend to get him on this show. It's just I'm waiting for my laptop, and you know what I did? I ordered the laptop and just casually paid for it, and now I've got no record of who the actual vendor is. Some guy called Cheap Laptops, which is encouraging, and it's supposed to come tomorrow. So if I do get the laptop and the microphone, can I just show you one more time? The ultimate solar phallic microphone. Isn't that just so thalamic? I've actually been getting really interested in thalama again. Golden Dawn is very, it's a little bit dry. Thalama's got a bit more spice to it. That would be pretty cool. I got a mind to share. I missed your comment there, Glendon. It must have been a good one. So yeah, just chat, talk to each other. This stream is about absolutely nothing. The channel. Yeah, the channel's going to get really fucking good. It does have Golden Dawn is just calisthenics, magic calisthenics. The real deeper mysteries lie in the work of Crowley and others like him. There's another guy, that Russian dude who, Gurdjieff, he was another. I mean, there's so many. I was thinking today about William Blake and what an oddball visionary, truly visionary he was. Exactly. Well, this is it. When I first saw C.W. Chanter, and he would take 3/4 of an hour to even get started on the topic that was in the title, I used to love it. I used to think this is just streaming about streaming. It's like the Andy Warhol idea of live your life like you're always on camera, although not as wonky as that. I just saw a really honest person, and I think if you're honest, there's not many things that can go wrong, is it? If you stick to the shaman code, the warrior code, which is don't tell lies, don't fucking bitch people's eyes out on back channels. When you say you're going to do something, try and do it. Sometimes I have got a bad habit of, okay, I'm going to stream in 10 minutes. I'm going. And then I don't go. I'm a fan of a magical path that is all magical paths are kind of self-taught, because you can't learn the lessons until you learn them. It's almost like getting off drugs. You can rehearse in your head getting off drugs, but until you get off drugs, you don't know what getting off drugs is like. Or until you're addicted to drugs, you don't know what being addicted to drugs is like. Grey Wolf, Norse, Shaman 369. Everything is self-taught, because what eventually, and this is another major thing of mine about the programs we pick up and how magic is an excellent tool for deprogramming, and it absolutely is. I wouldn't be here as the greatest psychonaut in the early 21st century, saying that I was doing magic if it wasn't the best technique I'd found to free consent. Absolutely vital is consent. If you don't give consent to change, nothing is going to change. That's what I'm finding out recently, and what I found out on those 3 earth-shaking psilocybin trips. Chop wood, carry water. What do you do when you're enlightened? Chop wood and carry water. And it's such a great truism. But if enlightenment even is attainable in a permanent sense, I mean, are there people that are permanently enlightened? I tend to think of enlightenment as a kind of a zeitgeist, or a kind of you're possessed by genius, and some people are lucky enough to kindle that inner genius, which was by the Greeks called the daemon, which is where we get the word demons from, when the Christian church perverted the whole idea of these, basically these tutelary spirits, these teachers, who we now call, I guess, demons. Enlightenment without burdens. I'm not, well, yeah, but you need to, I don't think there can be any enlightenment without paying your dues, suffering, not to seek suffering, but if you've lived for 30 years, you've experienced a fair lot. If you've lived for 70 years, you've had a whole lot. And suffering is wisdom, like the Odinic crucifixion, like the Christic crucifixion. And I used to hate that idea of redemption through suffering, because it's like, well, why do we all have to suffer for some vague promise of an afterlife? But it's not about the afterlife. That's the whole trick. That's the Christian mind trap, and many spiritual paths that say, suffer now, get your reward when you're dead. I say we get our reward right here and now, brothers and sisters. We take it because human beings are very special. We each contain that beautiful glowing little spark of the divine. It looks a little bit like one of those little Christmas tree lights, really. You'll notice there's no Om chanting tonight. That's because my Bluetooth speaker is broken. Constant, tempered. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's very well put, actually. I walk. It's like vacillating between 2 poles or something. Great chat. I just love you guys in chat, you know what I mean? I don't even want to talk. I just want to read you chat. I might just clone myself. I mean, it's not hard to talk random nonsense. I haven't looked at my notes once. And you know what? I'm not sure if I will. And we've already been going for half an hour. I'm really enjoying these beers, by the way. They're a great natural remedy for tension. Not too many. I don't want to be drooling and vomiting. And the smoking, it's getting addressed. Beer is good, yes, thank you. How's yours? I think I might have a drinking club occasionally, where everybody gets a carry out in 4 to 6 to 8 beers, and we just all talk about crap while drinking, like we were in the pub. A virtual pub, if you will. It's really annoying that I'm doing. Yeah, you can smoke whatever psychoactive substance you feel might get you a little bit sociable, a little bit loose, because we're all about loose at Saroff Mage. So, magically, I have been thinking about this group, the Ritual Magic Performance Group. I think it's a Barry idea, as we would say in Scotland. Hey, Brandon's in the house. Oh my God, see, I've got all the names again, all the names. Everyone a star. every single one a star, and of course, every man and woman is a star. You know, I just found out the zealot grade sign is that and not that through reading the book by Donald Michael Craig, which I'm always so unkind about because it's got kind of typeface that I don't like. What kind of book fascist am I? So, oh God, I've been reading after the last Magical Renaissance. I've been reading Peter Gray because somebody came out and said I should read Peter Gray. I know he's part of Scarlet Imprint with the sensational Alcestis Dimich. So I've been reading The Red Goddess. It's like a history of basically rejected female goddess types, starting pretty much pre-Lilith, I can't remember exactly. And it's very fascinating how men have as the you know, if you subscribe to the idea of the first aeon as being the aeon of the goddess of Isis, the second aeon as being the patriarchal Osiris, where males rule the show all the time, and then the third aeon is it the aeon of? It's absolutely a fantastic book, and you get such beautiful editions. I think most of their they do very limited editions, which are very expensive. Not very expensive, reasonably expensive, and I'm sure they do very expensive, but they're a very exclusive, very groovy little publishing house. I would imagine their offices would be a bit like a 60s Hammer horror. You would go in with your haircut and your and you'd accidentally get involved in some kind of satanic rite, and then you'd be possessed by demons, and then your good old friend from public school had to come and bail you out by putting you in a circle. All that. Wouldn't that be fun? So did anybody catch CW's show today? I thought he looked very well. His beard is lovely and bushy. I am actually thinking about shaving this baby off. I think there's a slight lag between me and the chat. Because I don't know, David, you just said, yes, that would, but I don't know what it meant. Right, so let's talk not just rubbish. So, yeah, the Red Goddess. Basically, it opens with a very weird. Yeah, it was. Like I say, there was. Oh yeah, there was a little bit of trolling. Some guy called Jack popped up. I'm wondering if he is the infamous you know who. Yeah. Hey guys, this is. I'm doing lots of stuff while I'm sitting here in my astral form. I'm actually doing quite a lot of things. I'm having a shower. I'm at the pub. Voldemort. Yes, if I can remember what that refers to. I'll tell you what. Chat amongst yourselves. That's a good one. Oh, it's still going. Don't know if the phone picks up, but it really rings. So, as usual, you are in the middle of a magic ritual. Oh, get out while you can. And, you know, it's hard to know. I might have to ask Robert Powell or someone. How much are you allowed to say about work that you're doing without short-circuiting the result? Because one of the first things you're taught in magic is the sign of the Emperor and the sign of silence. To know, to will, to dare, and to keep silent. And to keep silent is the hardest bit when there's really exciting things happening and you're not sure what you can tell. When I first started doing magic, and then I went on it, I think everybody went through the same path. I was on MySpace with my band, and then drifted into Facebook, met all the occult Facebookers, joined the Golden Dawn forum, and they said, oh yeah, but whatever you do, you just can't talk about your practice. And I was like, well, isn't that what we're doing here? And they were like, oh yeah, so it is. Damn. But I think it's fine to talk about the basic bare bones of the curriculum, but keep private any. I don't do a lot of results magic at all, to be honest. I'm more of a theurgist, which is I'm trying to, at the moment, I'm trying to make contact with this. Is it fictional? Is it real? I don't know. Let's lick it and see the Holy Guardian Angel. So I've been researching the wickedest man in the world, the baby eater, Crowley's masterful but deeply complicated work, Liber Samekh, designed for this very purpose. If you don't have 18 months to do the full Abramelin, or 6 months to do the abridged, and it's supposed to put you in touch with your Holy Guardian Angel, but who knows, he might be talking now. Sarah the Mage did seem to, well, it absolutely came out of years of magic, and then that abrupt break with magic, and then those 3 rapid fire psilocybin experiences, and I totally can resonate with the idea of plant teachers being pretty much the only teachers you need. Yeah, whoever said that is spot on. So there is confusion because I started this channel in like 2012, the YouTube channel, but it was only for the very limited purpose of the Facebook group, because we were trying to get like a working magical group there. But Facebook just didn't work. It did not happen. People, I don't know, I think the YouTube community is much more active, much more, it's much more energy. If you can drag yourself in front of the camera and let yourself be ripped apart by the trolls of war, possibly. Although I don't worry too much about trolls. Elementals, yes. Goetic demons, most certainly. Men in Tory carrying knives, absolutely, definitely. But trolls, keyboard warriors, hiding behind silly made up names. I mean, who would use a silly made up name? That's just silly. Grey Wolf Horse, yeah, you obviously agree. Yeah, all this shit goes on, and you know, it's very, I mean, why would you? That's archontic, if you ask me, is being so fucking stupid that you can't think of an idea yourself, and you have to go on channels that you hate. Exactly. But I ain't scared of them. Sarah ain't scared of nothing. So, come on, trolls. Attack me right now. Send your best psychic attack. Send a virus to my computer. Why don't you? Exactly. That is a true psychic vampire, is it not? Feeding off others' creativity and genius. Yeah, there's a lot of toxic ideas. I used to watch South Park on a laptop, and I don't know what kind of demographic South Park is, but every single comment, and it was kind of funny that, you know, there must have been young people, but it was just ridiculously, they are. Yeah, you can't hide fucking stupid, and you can't hide uh, no ideas, jumping into other people's scenes. Yeah, creativity. Yeah, I like you, Grey Wolf Norse Shaman 369. 369. What's that number mean again? 369 days of the year. No, that's 365. 369 degrees. No, that's 360. 369. Got ya. which could technically be 333. Chronozon, the dweller of the abyss. And yeah, I'm fascinated with all that. Is it really our contact or is it just a model? We've all got our models, don't we? And I I don't want to get into this Kabbalah versus natural shamanism debate, but I kind of do. And I think part of the problem is that the Kabbalah does seek to transcend the normal human condition. But that is the goal of all magic, isn't it? Apotheosis. Well, the sign is silent. You think magic is a cheat code? I'd be interested to know that, Grey Wolf. I mean, I don't mind cheat codes. I've got no aversion to cheat codes. Like I say, I am the air. I just get blown about. I have no fixed opinions. I have no knowledge of anything. I just react to stimuli. And where do these stimuli come from? I don't know. From my body, which is part of me. This is one of the lessons that I learned from a guy, Zen Loren, who flowered briefly and then was gone. Magnification. All magical systems offer a greater version of as mundane reality. Yeah. Let's first agree that mundane reality is the enemy. It's not the enemy, but it's to be transcended, right? We have to transcend normal reality because normal reality is job, home, meaningless sex, meaningless food, meaningless life, sleep, death, isn't it? Exactly. The map is not the territory. Exactly. Models are just, like when you have it speaks for itself. Korzybski, what is it? Linguistics and Brandon, you probably know this one. Alfred Korzybski, the guy that Burroughs was crazy about linguistics and all that. Oh, damn it. If it's going to be a question, put it in capital letters so I can read it. Pissing yourself to be looked at. Yeah, that was interesting, but I missed it. If you can be arsed asking me that again. And once I'm into phase 2 of the channel, some of this smoking and drinking and all that's going to be toned down. If I'm going to have guests in, and we can't just keep it a conversation within our tiny little community. We've got to try, and all of us, I think, with all our channels, have got to try and burst out and attract new blood, so we can kill them, suck it and some. No, not at all. Maybe I should talk then. Return of Babylon, which is really just the divine feminine, which is the goddess, which is Sophia, isn't it? The kind of trampled on feminine. And I saw a comment in CW Chanters, third wave feminism. I don't even know what third wave feminism is, but feminism has perhaps turned a little bit toxic as well. This Me Too thing and I admit the social justice warrior where we've got to, it's the Jordan Peterson thing about the politicization of language and stuff. If we don't have free speech, what do we have? Isn't that the bedrock of Western civilization is that we can't express ideas, heretical, sometimes nasty ideas without being censored. It should be like peer review, and that's why I see a lot of in magic at the moment. It's not like a bunch of guys going, "Oh God, I'm Aleister Crowley," and I call down the, it's just guys doing these what I would call experiments and handing in peer review papers, which is basically making a video about it or putting a blog post up about a ritual you've been working on. I don't even know who Gloria Steinem is. I'm way behind. Fireball, flame war, and I've got my Brian Jones T-shirt again. Yeah, there's the whole succubus thing about there's the succubus and the incubus, which I found is quite interesting. And magic, in many ways, is an underworld initiation. It's like there's two aspects of it. There's the almost the mortal going into the underworld and coming out transformed, which is death, rebirth, and then new life. It's born again Christians go through the same sort of initiatic process, but they're obviously brainwashed. The whole idea of magic for me is to wipe out all the extraneous programming and find the core you. But what viewers are dropping, I must be getting boring. What I found was there is no core you. You're just a floating mass of nothingness. People never watching something as a ritual of all self-love. Yeah. The annoying thing is, yeah, I think there is a place for a kind of feminism. There needed to be, they need to be given the vote and stuff like that. Women are just as powerful as men, if not more powerful. The women I know, anyway. It's us men that go behaving like chimpanzees all the time, beating our chests and calling each other out, and the women just quietly get on with it. You don't see them. Not the woke women in our community, anyway. The women in our community are a blessing. I sometimes worry what would happen without their calming influence, because people do get attached to their own ideas. I agree. I don't participate in the political process myself. It was a bad example, but everything has its shadow side. Are women empowered by magic? Yes, but are they treated as sometimes playthings of seemingly apparently more senior male magicians? Yes, I think they are. I know. I'm going to close soon as well. There was loads of stuff I was meaning to get through, but probably drinking beer and smoking loads isn't a great idea. 777. Indeed, that's actually a book of correspondences by the Archdemon Crowley. I've got a copy just here, but his stuff is really very difficult to work out. I was looking at that Liber Samekh last night, and just the sheer amount of, you could do it if you were going to write big, long, like page-long cue cards for each stage, but I do intend to do it, that's for sure. The blinkers have been removed from me, and I'm seeing all systems as equally valid, but I am making choices, and I feel, I have to say, since that, because you've no idea, the person that was there before Sarath the Mage couldn't have done any of this. He could barely get up out of bed in the morning, and I just feel that magic is the path for some of us. Definitely for me. Is everybody okay with that? Because it'll get worse. Yeah, well, I don't know. You can't say earth gods good, sky gods bad, surely. Oh, and I'm almost coming up for the hour. Importance of purification, anyone? Agree with it? Something we can all agree on. Ritual dancing is fun. Playing music is fun. Group minds are fun, usually. You know the hexagram I got today? Oh, I've forgotten all about these notes that I made today. Terribly forgetful. The hexagram I got today was called Arousing Shock. Cheers, Modwiz, baby. I love you. I love your music. I love your mind. Yeah, Arousing Shock. And it said, move toward a higher truth, all will be well. It actually said a vantage point, and it almost seemed like take the model high ground and all will be well. So, you know, I've noticed Taoism always advises inaction. Whatever the situation, it's like, well, just sit it out and it'll be okay. Just sit it out and it'll be okay. And that is usually the case. On the blood moon, I was ready to declare war on all kinds of things, but the time for war is not now. You know that bird song? In fact, is that a bird song? Did the birds write it? There is a season, turn, turn. There is a season to pick up stones, and there is a season to gather stones together. There is a certain amount of polarization going on, I think. Inaction equals action, exactly. Doing nothing is still doing nothing. It's all a mind trap, man. Get out now. Okay, I've got 7. Oh, of course, it's from the Bible. There's a... That's stupid of me. I've never actually read the Bible, of course, being the Antichrist. I've read bits of it. Is it good? What's it about him? I believe part 1 is totally different from part 2. Yeah, that Jehovah. What a guy. Oh, what a guy. So I've got loads of notes, and I'm actually too lazy to even read them. This has been a weird, weird day, a weird week, a weird night. I was going to do my Yod He Vav He. Common misconception, that is not Jehovah, man. The Tetragrammaton is not Jehovah. Not Jehovah, not Jehovah. Of course, Frater. You know that, but not these guys do. So, yeah, get back to the point. This channel is going to be about magic. Like it or not, it is. Obviously, it's just a tarot deck for me. Well, a tarot deck is just a tarot deck for me. Tarot deck, nothing has intrinsic power, I wouldn't say. It's, you know, a tarot reading is, for me, seeing cards in the position. So you've got your question, okay, what effect does my past have on my present? And then you see a card, and then you analyze your past in a way that you maybe wouldn't have before. So it gives you more... I'm not familiar with John Michael Greer. No, Archdruid. I like Druidry. I'm all for that kind of stuff. The Bible is just a tarot deck too. Yeah, absolutely. I see the tarot, not so much the minor cards, but the 22 major arcana, Atu, or trumps, as basically the process of initiation from magic, when you've got your tools, and you go through the mother phase, the father phase, the religious authority phase, the hanged man when you're seeing everything upside down. You know, there isn't a crisis that you've ever had that isn't mirrored somewhere in the tarot. Well, this is the beauty of magic. It's syncretic, so you can have crystals existing in the same place as stupid rings. This isn't a stupid ring, but it's beautiful. But you wouldn't wear it out on a Saturday night, would you? Yeah. Okay, counting down. Yeah, life is nuanced. There's no black and whites, and nobody knows everything. As soon as somebody starts saying, listen, this is the way, ignore that other shit, I've found it, I've got it, this is the way, what's he telling you not to look at? And for me, if I had a guru and he said, whatever you do, Saroth, promise me on this first day that you will never look at this book or this thing, is he telling me not to look at it? Or is he telling me to look at it? I think I would say, yeah, of course I'm going to look at it. I think. Okay. Well, yeah, this is really why I came on. The reasons why I came on tonight was to make peace with the telepathy, to tell you about things that were going to be happening in the channel in future, which is quite interesting and surprising guests. You'd be surprised. The contacts that old Saroth Samekh has. Better equipment. I'm going to get my mic going. We're going to have a working magic group. We're going to discuss all the current trends. Peace is beautiful, and that's what we want. We can't be always constantly falling out with each other, or how are we going to change society and bring down the tyranny? Exciting times, I think so. It hasn't been an exciting stream, it's been a dreadful stream, but the chat is always beautiful. Yeah, exactly, let's be optimistic. The end is uncertain and the future is always near. The future is uncertain and the end is always near. That makes more sense, babies. So, yeah, we've got to find the unity, we've got to find the common ideas, brush the stuff that we don't like under the carpet for now. Samad, are you still with us? Samad. I'm saying goodbye to you all night, all tonight. See, whose idea was it to have a beer and go on? Who? My enemy is my friend. Exactly, Crandall. Whoa! The future is always. The future is always near. In fact, it is always near, isn't it? The future is now. In fact, the future is already past. No, because it's always now. It's always now, baby. Well, I just stay for another hour. I can feel my subscribers just falling away. Yeah, tomorrow never comes. I used to sing my own version of, tomorrow, tomorrow, I love you, tomorrow. I used to say, especially when I was waiting for money, tomorrow, tomorrow, I hate you, tomorrow, you're always a day too late. On the hour, I can go now. I have done my service to the community by speaking my truth. As limited as it was. Discombobulations, confusion and chaos. Good night. and God motherfucking bless.